Hey guys, it's Lisa, and I want to talk about the past 2 days. So, let's talk about the past 2 days because the past 2 days have been a bunch of... Can I just say that there's going to be a little swearing in this video, so I'm sorry, but I'm that ticked off. So, here's what happened. So, talked to my doctor, told you guys all that stuff. So, the pharmacy calls me, and very nonchalantly, just like last time, she says to me, okay, so with your policy, your insurance covered $4,307, and your cost out of pocket is $5,238. And I was like, what? I made her actually repeat it again because I thought maybe she had a number wrong, but she didn't. And here's why. My insurance works like a lot of people's insurance, and you have a deductible. And once you meet that deductible, the insurance starts covering more. But guess what? My deductible is $3,800. And last cycle, it was easily met because I had all those tests done, and I had an sonohystogram, and I had blood work, and we had all this stuff that we were doing. I had so many ultrasounds and doctor visits and everything else. Well, it's January, and you know, we obviously haven't met our deductible yet, and we're probably not going to meet that deductible until after the transfer's over. But sadly, I need my meds before my cycle starts so that I could start the injections. So we are faced with paying $5,238.93. That's my cost until my deductible is met. So come home, I was a sobbing mess. I was crying. I'm like, we can't do IVF now because this was totally not in part of our budget of what we were planning to spend. We had everything mapped out just so, and did not even consider the deductible. So I called my doctor's office back, and I was crying to my nurse. I said, I don't know what we're going to do. I said, this is way too much money. I said, there's no testing that I need to have done this cycle, so I don't know how I'm going to meet that deductible. And she said, well, let me call in your prescription to Freedom Pharmacy. She said, because this pharmacy has really great prices for people that have to pay out of pocket. So I said, okay. She goes, well, they don't take your insurance. She said, but just trust me when I tell you that their prices are very low. And here's me thinking, I was like, this is crazy. There's no way the prices are going to be lower. This is insane. So she calls in my thing. Last night as I was leaving at my acupuncture appointment, Freedom Pharmacy calls me. And can I just say, first of all, if anybody from Freedom Pharmacy is out there, your staff is the nicest, most comforting, supportive staff out there, because I was like a nervous wreck on the phone, and whoever had me, God bless her, because she was making me laugh so hard. I told her, at the end of the phone call, I said, you know, I don't even remember her name. I said, I could kiss your forehead, because she completely turned my day around. So what she basically told me was, she said, here's the breakdown. Here's what we're going to do. She said, she read me off everything that I would need. Now first let me start, and I will read you, this is my protocol for this next cycle. I am going to be on 450 IUs of Gonal F, but the problem is one pen is 900 units. So one pen is going to last me for two days. So the problem is that I need 6 days worth. So what my protocol is for this cycle is 400 units of Gonal F, and one pen is 900 units, so I need 6 pens. Ganirelix, I've never taken this before, so I don't know exactly how it's distributed or what it looks like. I need to look it up online, but I need 7 of those. I need the Minerval patches for estrogen. I need the Novarel, that's the HCG shot, and I need the progesterone. And I also need a baby aspirin, antibiotic, and Valium. Well, here's what this girl told me on the phone. She said, basically, there's 3 things that I could tell you could take off this list right now. I said, okay. She said, the baby aspirin you could find at Walmart, 81. I said, listen, I take a baby aspirin already. She goes, okay, you're perfect. Good. She said, the Valium, your doctor could prescribe you one, and you could pick it up from your local pharmacy, and it would be under $5. She said, we're you know, our price is like $27 for one Valium. Okay. So I said, listen, I have the Valium from my last IVF. I never took it. So I could just use that one. She goes, okay, perfect. Then she said the antibiotic. They put you on, I think it's like 3 or 4 days of antibiotics when you do your retrieval. And she said, these antibiotics, they want to charge you like $60. She goes, your doctor could call it into your local pharmacy and it'll be under $10. I said, okay, take that off of there then, because I'll have her call that in. So now we took those 3 things off. Now she says to me, okay, here's what we have. We have Gonal-F. You're going to be on Gonal-F. She said, you need 6 pens of that. I said, you know what? I don't know what made me stop in my tracks, but I stopped and I said, I think that I might actually have a Gonal-F pen. Hold on a second. I ran into the garage in the refrigerator and I have 2 full Gonal-F pens left from last cycle. So I was like, thank you, Jesus. I completely forgot that they were in my refrigerator. And yeah, so I have 2 full pens. I still need 4. And those cost $888 a pen. Are you freaking joking me? What the frick? How can you charge $888 for a freaking pen? Are you kidding me? There's this much liquid in it. Can you tell me what it does? Does it dance for me too? $888? My jaw dropped to the floor. So she said it's $888 per pen. Here's the side note. She said there's rebates for those pens. She said I can give you a rebate for each pen and it's $120 off of each pen. So we get a $120 rebate off of each pen. Then I need the Ganarelics. 7 of those is $923. I think she said that those were like $129 each or something. I don't know. She's going to send me a breakdown of the price. This is just what I wrote down. Okay, then I need the estrogen patches, and those were, I need enough for 30 days. So I said, let me run downstairs because I still have in a box all of my extra IVF stuff from last cycle. So I ran downstairs and I actually had 2 unopened boxes of the estrogen patches. And then I have an open box with like 4 or 5 of them in there. I think there's like 8 in a box. So she said, okay, perfect. I could take 2 boxes off of here and that'll make your price go down also. The Novarel is the HCG shot. I need that. That's $85. And the progesterone is $71. I'm going to do a separate video on the costs once I get an actual breakdown, and I want to compare it from my first cycle to this cycle. So I'm going to do a whole separate video on costs, so I'll talk about costs more in detail later. But basically, it went from paying $52.38 out of pocket to $39.47 out of pocket, and that is not counting the rebates that I have for the Gonal-F, I don't know how you say it, Gonal, it is what it is. $39.47 is not including the rebates for the pens, and she also signed me up for this heart program, and I think she said it was $10 a year to sign up, and it gives you the lowest rate possible. I said $10, sign me up, I don't care. Well, as soon as she signed me up, it took $100 more off of my bill. So my bottom line price after the rebates and everything is going to be somewhere around $3,500. That's just for my meds. So I'm not, this Freedom Pharmacy is amazing. Now, we're probably going to go with the Freedom Pharmacy. We were planning on spending maybe $1,000 on our meds, so we had that money immediately ready for use, and we're not really planning on them saying $5,000 or $3,900 because you have to pay. We have to pay the $39.47 up front and then send in the rebates and whatnot. So, but that being said, today I went on Facebook and I made a post because I was so pissed off, and I think it said something along the lines of insurance companies and deductibles could blow me because I'm so over it. I'm over the bullshit, the whole insurance corruption. It's so stupid that they could charge so much for this medication. I'm on this rant again. I'm sorry. But it's seriously ridiculous, and we are literally spending our life savings. So I basically made a post saying that, and I cannot even begin to thank you guys. I can't even tell you how many, it was like, I think I got like 30 comments in like the first 10 minutes or whatever. It was ridiculous because people were equally as pissed off or had a suggestion for me, and everybody was saying, a lot of people gave me posts about buying my meds from outside of the country, which I think is great that you could do that, but I personally don't feel comfortable doing that. I just don't, I don't know much about all of this, but I don't think I would order it from out of the country. Somebody else suggested doing a donation page, and that's just not me. I I would totally support anybody else's donation page, but I just don't feel comfortable with that either. Some people said they had meds and they were like, oh, I wish I would have known. I just gave mine away. Thank you guys so much. It seriously is so awesome just to be able to say something like that and get so many responses and people that care. And I got so many pop-ups and people want to give me money, and I don't want your money, guys. I thank you guys so much. But this is something that Bill and I need to figure out, and we will figure it out. And I just want to thank you so much, because you guys, some of you I don't even know. Some of you don't even vlog on YouTube, and you were popping me up and you wrote me these long, beautiful messages saying that you wanted to donate to my IVF. And you know, I would never feel right taking money, and that's just the bottom line. But I thank you so much for even offering, because just you offering means so much to me. Like, I cannot even believe strangers that I've never met, you know, are offering to help us because they want us to have a family. And it really touched my heart, and it really made me, it turned my whole attitude around today. And I just have to, the bottom line is for this is, you guys were all great. Some of you gave me some great websites to look at, and I looked into some of them. But Bill and I talked, and he is going to probably take out a loan against this 401k just so that we have a nice chunk of money sitting there in case something happens, in case we need more meds, in case this IVF doesn't work and we have to move on. Because he really surprised me yesterday when all of this happened. He was just like, Lise, don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. Just breathe. Because he saw that I was about to lose my shit. I was about to crawl into bed and not get out of bed because I was so upset about all of this. And I'm like, you know, I almost feel like it's not meant to be. Like, maybe we're just not meant to have kids, because there's so many roadblocks that keep getting thrown into this that they keep stopping it from happening, you know, momentarily, of course, because then we just, you know, I did my research and we're moving forward. And Bill said, you know, we're doing this year. He said, and if it doesn't work, we're doing plan B. He said, we're going to make it work. And it's just, you know, it's just really great to have him as support and to make me laugh and just to be there for me. So it makes me happy to see how aggressive he's being this year also. Aggressive is the word of the year. I'm going to learn to start being more aggressive.
B-E-A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-V-E, be aggressive, be aggressive. Woo!
It's so lame, but seriously, I need to be more aggressive this year, and he is being more aggressive this year, and he's like, we're gonna do this year. He's like, it's gonna work. And he had this whole thing planned out by the time he came home from work and I got home, and we finally talked at like, you know, 8 o'clock last night. He's like, listen, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find out about this tomorrow. I'm gonna take a loan out against our 401k, and I'm gonna have the money ready in case this doesn't work. Then we have the money sitting there and we can move on right away. Taking a loan out against a 401k is not really something that we want to do, but we have, at this point, we have no credit card debt. We have paid off all of our credit cards, knowing that this IVF was coming up, because what we were going to do is we were just going to, you know, throw it on the credit card and pay it off right away for the miles. So I don't really, it really surprised me that he said that. So that's what we're going to do. And this is what I know so far. And as far as I know, we haven't made a complete decision yet, but we're going to talk about it this weekend and move some money around and hopefully pay for these meds. And like I said, I'm going to do a separate video on all of the cost of all of this stuff in detail, not just me reading it off the paper. So stay tuned for all of that stuff. But I will do another update video once I know more. And I did ovulate the past couple days, so it was like a baby dancing rave in the Clapper bedroom. And that's all I have. So thank you guys so much for your support. I love you all, and I just appreciate your comments and your your offers so much. But that's all I have. Thanks a lot.